Okay, so I asked you guys for manga recommendations and I got hundreds of them. No, really, it was a lot of them, ranging from household manga titles to smaller, nicher ones, of course. And yes, I saw all of those DGen recommendations. Now, this isn't my first time at the rodeo. We've done a video like this before, so I've distilled a ton of these recommendations down. I've selected a few, and we're gonna be reading some in today's video. That being said, welcome to my manga collection. This is my home, my safe space, and my dust. I just cleaned this. I'm also happy and proud to announce that I'm working with my anime list for this one, so more information on that later on in the video. All right, you guys, so Michelle and I, our first pit stop of the day before we go reading is a Mitsuwa/Daiso. These are Japanese markets. I think you guys will quite enjoy them. Once again, we're gonna pick up a snack before we go reading, so come with us. Do we need a cart?
What? No, not really, it's fine. Maybe a hand thing.
Cart?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot how big this place is.
Yeah, this place is huge.
Oh my God.
Did you want anything from the food court?
Yeah, we'll get lunch here, yeah, for sure, for sure. It's a little stationery store.
Yeah, I bought some Miffy stuff here last time, remember?
Oh, this is where you got it.
Yeah.
They have some regular ones right there too, if you want to take a slightly bigger one. They're only $3.
Oh yeah, $3 is awesome. You want ramen?
Okay, so Michelle's ordering right now, and it's my job to find a place to sit,
you.
so let's do it. Spot is secured.
Some naans.
All right, what did we get?
It's called torikara mayo. It's like chicken with mayo or something. So we'll try it out.
Okay, so we have made it to Keen Coffee. This is one of our personal favorite coffee spots. We have a bag of manga, which we'll be reading today. It's getting pretty late in the afternoon, but we spent a lot more time at Mitsuwa than we thought that we would, but that's okay. Let's get reading.
Hibiscus.
Okay,
Hey,
hi.
how are you doing?
How are you?
Good.
Do you have any of your Pop-Tarts left?
We do. Last two.
Okay,
Sorry, they'd be hiding right there for you. The Pop-Tarts?
Oh, that's right, busy. Okay, we'll get one warmed up, please.
Yeah, of course.
I'll get your hibiscus iced tea.
Sure. Are we doing a 16 or 24 ounce on that?
Do you still do their house coffee?
Yeah. Right now we're currently serving our Nicaragua natural. It's going to be on our table as well, but that's what we're currently brewing up right now.
Okay, is it a medium or dark roast?
It's going to be a medium.
Okay, cool. I'll get a large of that.
Perfect. Any room for cream?
Yes, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I actually couldn't resist getting a coffee.
You got the coffee?
I did.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
Well.
So today we have starting the reread for Rich Hat Atelier. We have volume 1 and volume 2. Then also we brought Gachi Akuta, volume 1. Got the reread before I buy volume 2. and of course Kagurabachi Volume 1. If there's one thing you guys need to know about me is that I love reading at the park. So Michelle and I have made our way over to this place called South Lake, and as you can see behind us, it is absolutely beautiful. So we have our coffee, Michelle has her drink, I have a bag full of manga. Let's get reading, okay? We'll see you in just a second. Okay, so right behind me is one of the prime examples of right spot, wrong time. That is the perfect bench overlooking this absolute scenic view of the South Lake. Extremely peaceful. There's not a lot of people right now, but there's too much sun. There's no way, even with my sunglasses on, I don't think I can get a lot of reading done. It would just be a little too much. So the search continues. High hopes though. This place is relatively empty for it being in the middle of the weekend, so the search continues. We found the benches. The perfect spot. Oh, look at this view. A little foresty, a little lakey. Okay, so we finally found a spot. Let's review the manga that I'm going to be reading, all right? So I brought some good stuff. Okay, so you'll see some of these in a manga haul that's already filmed, so spoiler alert for that, but that's neither here nor there. We're looking at volumes 2 and 3 for Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You, and if you don't know, this is one of my highest recommended manga at this time. I've read all of it digitally, but I want to own all of it physically, so I'm going to do the reread of volume 2 and 3. So we brought that. Highly anticipated volumes 1 and 2 of The Guy She Was Interested In Wasn't a Guy at All. Okay, and once again, you'll see these being hauled in a video later. Spoiler, there's still plenty that you haven't seen yet, so keep a lookout for that video. But oh my goodness, the amount of you guys that have been asking me to read this, and it's also piqued my interest. And also, if you didn't know, I've already peeked in a little bit. It's green inside. It's so heavy, and also explains the price a little bit. So we have 2 volumes of those, and the second volume, if we have time today, of Hira Yasumi.
I'm turning off the highway, looking for a higher road, heading for a better life without the...
Okay, so I did mention that this video is sponsored by My Anime List, and I'm very happy and proud to announce that. And they're simply promoting their Reader's Choice of 2025. The official title is You Should Read This Manga 2025. There's a lot of manga there, and they've broken it up into a few sections. The sections are This Should Be an Anime, Best for Beginners, Unique Art and Story. Right now is a great opportunity to go add a bunch of highly rated series to your TBR list over on My Anime List with one simple click. You could also earn a really cool profile badge by simply just reading some of the manga that they have over on that list. And of course, I'll link that, my own My Anime List, so you guys can add me. By the way, we did this last year. I have a whole year's worth of stuff to update over there. So we're gonna do a stream where I upload everything, update everything. It's gonna be crazy. So add me, I'll link that down below. I'll link the Reader's Choice 2025 or the Manga You Should Read This 2025 list down below, and more information on how to earn the badge. As you guys can see here, there's this nice cute little road that goes down. Can't even call it a road, like a little pathway that leads down to the water. As you can see, we're gonna let Michelle lead. Oh my God, watch out for the rock. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go down. This place is magical. Oh my goodness.
Oh, a squirrel?
Probably a squirrel, yeah. Or a rabbit. There were rabbits wandering around.
Ah, look.
Oh my God, that's adorable. Look how close we get to the water. Look at this. And it's like this cute little path that I could walk this way if I want. Oh, there's lizards. So you could walk all the way around the water if you would like. Both this way.
Wow.
A few moments later.
All right, you guys, I think I may have adventured out a little too far. I almost fell in a second ago, so I'm walking back to Michelle right now. But if you haven't liked the video by now, make sure you do. It does really help support the channel. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button so you know when I upload next. Thank you so much, and hi to all the new people. We are inching our way to 50,000 subscribers, and that is the goal. So from the bottom of my heart, oh, I almost fell in. Thank you. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna rush back to Michelle. It's kind of a treacherous path, I'm not gonna lie. Like right around the corner, all of the plants and bushes sort of jut out, and I swear I almost fell in because it like pushed my backpack a little bit, and I was like, oh, there's not a lot of room to walk. Cool. All right, you guys, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go home. We're going to get ready, we're gonna go out to dinner, and we're gonna continue reading. Now, I have finished volumes 2 to 3 of Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You physically. I have a lot to say on this series, and I know I've already said a lot on this channel, but it is seriously so good. So Michelle and I are gonna go freshen up and then go out to dinner, and then I'm going to sneak 2 manga with me and see if we can get some reading done at a cozy little cafe. Maybe Michelle get some drawing done or read herself. So absolutely beautiful day at the park in adventuring, and we'll see you at the restaurant with you, okay? I got my new glasses, and we went to H Mart, and now Michelle, what do you want?
I want jajangmyeon.
Jajangmyeon. What is jajangmyeon?
Like black bean noodles. Yeah.
Black bean noodles?
Good.
Where is it on the menu? Oh, right there, yeah, I see it. I see it.
I'm gonna demolish it now.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, you ever have one of those days where it's cold, it rains, but it's also sunny at the same time? There's been patches of it being really cloudy and really sunny. Right now it's really sunny, so I'm taking this opportunity to film, but man, it is a really cozy day here at home. Okay, so the weekend has passed. It is now Monday afternoon. Michelle comes home in a little bit. I think we're gonna go out to eat. Let's talk about manga that I've read both on and off screen. Let's move these out of the way, okay? Another thing that I found that was really cute and that really just speaks to this community, a ton of these recommendations, Gachi Ekuta, Hira Yasumi, okay? This one right here, which we're gonna talk about in just a second. They're not anime yet. They will be. Some of them are greenlit for anime. But it just goes to, it just speaks to this community, right? Like, we're a bunch of manga readers, and really made my heart quite full to see that. So there was a trend that I saw. Not all of them. Obviously, there was a lot of recommendations that were like, hey, read Naruto, things like that. That were massive, massive series. But the ones that we selected for the video, a lot of them didn't have anime. So the first series we're going to talk about, and one that hit me unexpectedly hard on the reread, and I will be buying the rest of the volumes. I think it's 4. I could be so off base with that. Someone let me know how many volumes they're out, please, and we'll get them maybe next time we're going out manga shopping in the next vlog. That's actually coming out soon. But it was Hira Yasumi volumes 1 and 2. There is a reoccurring motif in here, or a thread that sort of is woven throughout the entire story, and that is to be present and to enjoy the moment you are presently or currently in. Looking into Hira Yasumi, the mangaka themselves struggled with cancer and beat cancer. So let's get some W's in chat for that over the pandemic. And after going through that entire experience, they were inspired to create the story that would eventually be titled and published Hira Yasumi. Now, if you've been around the block with me on this channel, you would know that I have had health problems a lot in my life. And it's something that I currently struggle with, that I will be struggling with for the rest of my life. And if you're new around here, well, you're just finding that out now. To see someone go through such medical hardships and write a masterpiece like this, and I'm going to go ahead and use that word masterpiece, because that is what I feel when I read this. Life slows down. And I think that's the objective of Hira Yasumi. To see that person get a big W, a huge victory with this one, and to see more and more people talking about Hira Yasumi, that's awesome. The base premise is that a 29-year-old is basically working a part-time job and is sort of directionless, both professionally and romantically, which, by the way, is totally okay. Now, through a series of events, he befriends an elderly woman, and their relationship is quite sweet, who sadly passes away at the very beginning of the story, like right at the start. And the twist here is that our main character inherits the house that this elderly woman lived in. Quickly thereafter, we get a time skip, and our 29-year-old has a cousin who is 18 who is going to art school, who now moves in with him. So it's a, let's say, just shy of a 30-year-old person who is sort of directionless, right? Is working a part-time job trying to figure out life, and then moves in a very young college student who is going to an art school. And as someone who has been to an art school, it is pure chaos, okay? Art school is beautiful, but also pure chaos, okay? In this vlog, I read volume 2. And I'm gonna go ahead and say, not only will I buy the rest, the art's amazing, the fashion, we've talked about this before, but the fashion in Hira Yasumi, impeccable, okay? But I don't think, let's just say if you're not a slice of life enjoyer, this one necessarily isn't for you, but I'm gonna push you to read it nonetheless. The guy she was interested in wasn't a guy at all. And these volumes, they're good. I know what you guys are talking about. Now, if you are wondering how I got these, there's a manga haul. These are kind of spoilers for what's going to be in that manga haul. Don't worry, there's plenty more. But yeah, you'll see me haul these. So you'll get to see my reaction when I unbox these. My filming schedule was all over the place, so this just happens to be the video that goes first. But I understand. I understand it now. This manga presses a lot of the right buttons for me, so let's quickly talk about it. First and foremost, it's a music-themed romance, and it has to do with rock and roll. And if you know me, I grew up with, who remembers my first manga collection with the rock and roll sign? I grew up with rock and roll, okay? I was in rock and roll cover bands, all right? This hits those buttons. And it's so good, dude. Oh my God, it's a romance too. Like, yes, sign me up. It's freaking adorable right off of the bat. And the pacing, oh my God, we need to talk about the pacing, okay? It is very modern, okay? It is not it is a slow burn in the sense where you don't get immediate payoffs, right? But the pacing throughout volume 1, where it gets to at the very end of this volume, leading into volume 2, and the end of volume 2 as well, very good. If I had to describe this manga in 2 words, it would be addicting and expensive. Each of these volumes, this is the one downside that I'm going to talk about this series, okay? They full retail at 20. You might be able to find it on different websites for slightly under 20 USD, but there's a reason to that. I mean, obviously there's green on the inside, there's slight coloring in there, the story is impeccable, slightly bigger than your average Viz volume as well. It is yen press too. So they're quality releases, but I think if I wanted to pick up 2 of them at full retail, it's $40 plus tax, and in California, that's darn near $50 now that we're sort of approaching. So that's going to be a paywall. This might be something to pick up on sale, but it is still worth picking up. And now to the actual series itself. With the first line, some of the first lines rather, in the manga is something to the tune of, there's a pun in there too, somewhere, some music pun in there. Is something to the tune of, music is best listened alone. And this is said by our main character. I found that interesting for multiple reasons. One, it's foreshadowing because this is a romance, right? So something tells me that our main character will be singing a different tune, pun intended, by the end of the story, where she's gonna find someone, like that sentence will change. She's gonna find someone to list, like music is better shared, rather. You know what I mean? Like there's some foreshadowing in that sentence, but also it goes to say that music is such a personal thing in our lives, right? We listen to it alone and we listen to it with others. And I think this really exemplifies and gives us a great example of finding that someone who shares the same musical taste as you is quite special in life. They mention modern day rock bands. I mean, there's like Foo Fighters mentioned within like the first chapter or like the second chapter, okay? Bon Jovi mentioned, like just modern rock bands, like westernized rock. So I'm very interested when this does get adapted into an anime, what that soundtrack is going to look like. And when I think of westernized rock, music anime, the one that comes to mind, like the creme de la creme of all music anime for me, I actually just dropped a bunch of money on the original DVD sets that come with a guitar pick. I dropped some money. Michelle was like, are you sure you want to do that? And I was like, I am sure I want to do that because they took it off Crunchyroll. I digress. Is Beck Mongolian Chop Squad. That's the one that comes immediately to mind, where it has a very unique soundtrack compared to other music anime, right? So I'm wondering what this one is going to sound like. Now, the story starts off with our main character, Aya, who is a high school student that is obsessed with rock and roll, but really doesn't have anyone to talk to about it with. So her safe space is going to a CD shop / like record store. It's like it's a music store, right? Where there is a really cool boy that she instantly starts crushing on because they just have such they have aura, man. They're so cool, dressed all in black, and have very similar music tastes with her. The first 2 volumes are a mess, a chaotic mess of miscommunication, crushing, cuteness, and rock and roll. And I love it. Next, of course, was volumes 1, 2, and 3 of Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You. And this really solidifies, I've read this all digitally, but to read it physically was great. It really solidifies that I believe this goes in like my top 3 or top 5 favorite series that I'm reading that is currently ongoing. The one problem is it comes out so slowly. Oh my God, these are such slow releases. I wish we got more faster. But that's okay. I'm grateful with what we have. Square Enix, thank you so much. But yes, we've talked about this ad nauseum on my channel. I might be one of the biggest shills of this series, of this cute romance series between 2 adults working their way through life. One corporate, one working at a, basically it's like a supermarket / convenience store sort of thing going on. So well done. Goku Rakugai. I might be butchering that name so bad, and if I am so sorry. Let me know how to say it down below in the comments, all right? Sub 30 chapters. So there's not a lot of content out right now. I read it on the Jump app, and that's how I recommend you guys read it as well. First impressions, amazing character art. Like really, really stunning. So much so that it was quite an easy start to the manga, which very much gave me JJK vibes. Does that make sense? It very much did. I don't think this manga is really doing anything new, but remember, it is very, 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 very much in the early stages. I mean, we are like at chapter 25, 24, 25, like right now at the time of recording this video. It focuses on two main characters, and it's sort of a mystery, I'm not gonna use the word detective, but it's giving detective series where we have the office that is in the middle of town that these two characters sort of solve mysteries with or problem solve with. And it can be as anything as simple as right at the beginning of the story where they are basically taking like evidence and handing it over to the client and getting rid of all of the evidence because this elite business guy doesn't want, you know, his escapades to the brothel out in the public. It could be as simple as that, or their hidden objective, which is like solving the mysteries that are cropping up around the world and around this town that are making that are really weird animals that are doing killings and creatures that are doing these killings, and they're solving them, and their objective is to find them and eliminate them. But I think it's doing what it does well, or at least well enough to keep me interested in for the next 25 to 30 chapters. Another one that was mentioned a ton by you guys, and it gave me an opportunity to do a reread for volume 1, which is Gachiekuta. All right, this really solidified me buying the rest of the series. I am 100% sold on this one. Now, our main character is from the slums, but I found it so interesting how such a harsh line is drawn between the slums and upper society. It's almost like a line in the sand, and it reminds me, for better or worse, various parts of Los Angeles, which I grew up in. For one, it has a really interesting power system, which I think will do well. It's a trope that I like, which is a dark dystopian desert, but it's that way because upper society basically is throwing trash down below them. It's important lore that creates this barren wasteland that our main character finds himself in, and the parallels between modern day society go crazy in this one. Also, fun fact, back in the day, the author for Gachiekuta was an assistant to the mangaka of Soul Eater and Fire Force. I hope you guys got some recommendations out of this video, whether it be from the ones that I read that you guys recommended or the ones over on my anime list. I'm always happy to work with Mal. I've actually been a member on that website for years now. The official name for the event that they're going with this year is You Should Read This Manga 2025. There's a lot of manga there, and they've broken it up into a few sections. They also have a special category where Kodansha and other publishers have selected manga that they think you should read as well, so it's worth checking out. And once again, it's cool to just scroll through once you're logged in, all right? And it's just with one simple button you can add it to your TBR and make sure you come back to them later. Now, if you're looking for a video to watch next, I might recommend you to the video that I just released that has a ton of manga that is coming out before the end of the year to get excited about. Okay, so I will link that one at the very end of this video or down below in the description box. A friendly reminder, I am back to streaming on Twitch. We are going through Pokemon Scarlet right now for the first time. A lot of fun trading with you guys, adding you as friends over on the Nintendo Switch. If you want to do that, come say hi. We do IRL streams, cooking streams, and so much more over there. So come drop by anytime, say hi. Also, thank you to all the Patreon members and YouTube channel members that are helping keep this channel alive and making it possible so that I can make more videos. With that being said, I think I'm gonna let you guys go here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one, okay? Bye!